Day or night, it's Hessenite. And part 3 here is where we're going to cover all of the Great Ninja War stuff, and once I finish that, I'm going to propose an entirely different way I would have personally written it. Because I can. And I hate how many villains we ended up reusing in this overall arc. Because this is the last episode, I don't need any boring preamble, because this shouldn't get split up. Leave moment for editing Hess to add in something here. Here's where I have to make a huge choice. Does Hinata follow the Sakura camera and just go to war as a medic? Or do I have her follow Yamato and Naruto to Killer Bee's mobile home island? Since I established at the beginning that the Byakugan could have been used as a sealing technique, and Hinata will have likely been trained by Tsunade and others on sealing techniques. I'm gonna go with go to war. For no other reason than I was too lazy to write the sealing option. Naruto and Bee go off to train Naruto's pet fox to behave himself. Hinata will actually be in charge of the Hyuga division instead of Neji, as A, she's still technically the heiress, and B, she's a lot stronger now. There aren't that many character arcs that focus on Sakura during the war. The main focus is on Naruto trying to learn how to control the Nine Tails in the beginning. I would have personally added more side stories about the rest of the cast during this time. But then Naruto and Sasuke arrive on the battlefield. Hinata stands with Naruto, and Neji probably still dies, but let me go on a little tangent here. Apparently, Neji had to die because he was in some sort of arranged marriage with Hinata, which first of genetically, they are half-siblings. No joke, their dads were identical twins, so even if this was the case, and you can't tell me they don't have a line of backup husbands to arrange marry her to, if you really wanted Hinata to be single and ready to mingle. By that logic, the Hyugas would have needed a Uchiha-style massacre of their own. You won't believe how much plot stuff like that bugs me. Another off-topic thing that bugs me. The Hyuga and Uchiha know they share an ancestor, but they, A, don't know that that ancestor is the first person with chakra, or B, that the Uzumaki clan is more closely related to the Uchiha clan than the Hyuga clan. Though the Uzumaki seem pretty less important to the village in general than the other two. And the Uzumaki reserves are the reason they, and only they, can be the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. Naruto is one of those series that, as the writer added importance to the characters and clans later on, the treatment of characters in earlier chapters makes no fucking sense. The third Hokage knew about the Uzumaki stuff and why they were important, not to mention Tsunade's grandmother was an Uzumaki, but logically, she's Naruto's distant cousin or something. It's Naruto, so A, Naruto should have had distant family in Leaf who knew about how important he was, or B, should have been adopted by the fucking Hokage. Pre-Shippuden Gaara is a cautionary tale of what could have happened if Naruto hadn't been as desperate for acceptance as he was. Back on topic. Honestly, Hinata being on Team 7 instead of Sakura wouldn't change much about the war other than seeming more thematically important during the fight with Kaguya. Kaguya compares Naruto and Sasuke to her sons. But really, they're just both related to Hajirama? Apparently the Hyugas are the only descendant of Hamura on Earth. Ignoring all the maybe reverse stuff, and having reps from both her sons' descendants makes more thematic sense. It makes the importance of the Hyuga clan in the earlier series make sense. Like I said in the first episode of the series, I always felt it weird that the Hyugas were made out to be so important to the same level as Uchiha, and are considered important descendants of Kaguya, and yet they are not represented in the final battle. Speaking of the war overall, I personally found bringing back dead ninja like Zabuzu boring. Like, we got all the emotional mileage out from these characters already, and it's just kind of like, I would have preferred like a Zetsu army or something I'll get into in a second. Also, Madara being a previous slave of Sasuke, yet his enemy, yet the orchestrator of all this, It's so stupid and confusing. I would have rather it just been some other descent of Kaguya. Now, how I would have written the Great Ninja War, and that's the finale of Naruto. Let's get into the big rewrite that goes beyond the normal. How would Hinata affect things? At this point in the rewrite, Naruto has feelings for Hinata. So Naruto the Last would be less needed as a movie. But Tsuneri's motives as a villain would make sense for him to be the big bad that was manipulated by Zetsu to bring Kaguya back. But didn't he want to marry Hinata because she was the great however many granddaughter of Homura? Yeah. You could have had Zetsu and the pups trying to capture Hinata through this, and everybody not quite catching on because they're assuming they're attacking the leaders of the Hyuga unit, and someone a lot of the Leaf Ninja are defaulting to for guidance. I think it would be hilarious if Naruto was the only one who knew that they were trying to capture Hinata instead of take her out. I guess they are trying to take her out. Like, if they're like extensions of Tsuneri, he's trying to take her out on a date. And a marriage. Can you call marriage a date? It's a save the date? Anyway. If Tsuneri is the one behind everything and his father before him, then we don't have to figure out how somebody stole the Ten-Tail statue from the moon. The sins of Earth Ninja could both be kind of true and a manipulation from Zetsu to get Kaguya back. I don't know. I think you can have, like, the dramatic Uchiha backstory and not bringing every other dead character back. Is this something that just bugged me at the end of the manga? Probably. Is this my video, so I do what I want? Hell yeah. Honestly, it makes for a better ending of Toneri changing his mind, too. Sasuke can see how Toneri was manipulated and proves it to him. And because his clan went through the same thing, he sympathizes with him and how losing everyone can affect you. Hinata sees a cautionary tale of how the main and branch families can affect a clan. Not that she needed it. And not only does it fuel her personal mission to change it, but it gives her evidence to bring up to the clan elders to change her clan. And Naruto has the power of friendship and character on his side. I don't know, he's not really the one that changed anything for Toneri in the movie. It was more, beat the snot of him and then let Hinata be Hinata and be a total sweetheart. So to finish the section off, I think the Great Ninja War was a good idea. In concept. But never really liked the zombie aspect. And would have just replaced Madara with Toneri because his motivations made more sense. Anyways, I think Hinata would have been better on Team 7. And this is the last video because I knew tangents in the Shippuden video would have made an annoyingly long edit. That's all I gotta say. Have a good day!